Alright, so yeah, we're back. Well, I'm back because this is the first coffee run I've actually... This is pretty cool.
Technically, this is the second one.
Well, this is the second one, but this is the first one finally. This is the first coffee run
that you're able to record.
That I'm able to record post coffee run movie. So you have the honor of being the first coffee run guest after the actual motion picture movie, which is kind of cool.
Don't know if it's a blessing or if it's a curse. Don't know if I'm supposed to follow it up or what.
Right. Well, I guess it's a little of both. But yeah, finally I'm here with Manny, which we've been trying to do this for a while. Yeah, for a long time. We actually did try we went on a coffee run. What was it, like in January? February. Somewhere around there, and
late winter.
Yeah, late winter, and it sucked because it did record, but it only recorded what, like the first 10 minutes maybe, right. And then I ran out of space on the SD card. But luckily I have space. You came prepared. Yeah, I came prepared this time. I have an extra SD card and everything's good. So I guess now I can actually repeat what I said before whenever we first went on the coffee run, and that's thank you for telling me the big news. This is old news already, but I still have to thank you for being the first to give me that badass news of Spider-Man being signed over to, well, not signed over, but being able to.
Did you know that it's gonna be a kid who's gonna be Spider-Man?
Yeah, Tom Holland. I seen how he looks. I actually have faith he can pull it off. I've seen.
It's Marvel.
Yeah.
How the hell can you doubt Marvel?
Yeah, and I'm
besides
glad.
Iron Man 3, which we won't mention.
Or even Iron Man 2.
Iron Man 2 was okay.
It was alright, but I mean Iron Man 3, I'll give it that. It actually did have a good twist. Yeah.
They fucked up the Mandarin.
Yeah, that's the only thing that pissed me off. They never really had a true Mandarin. And that guy actually did play a good Mandarin, but he wasn't Mandarin, obviously. Spoiler alert. But still, as if people haven't watched the movie already.
In pro wrestling, we call it a swerve. And when you watched the movie, you thought, oh, it's Mandarin, he's a badass. He's so intelligent. And it turns out he was a goddamn actor.
Yeah.
Swerve.
So that's so swerve. So yeah, speaking of wrestling, by the way, I have to say I actually am excited because I watch Arrow, and Stephen Amell's going to be.
He's cute. It's going to be Stephen Amell it's going to be Stephen Amell and I forgot his name. He's from NXT. Crap. I watch him a lot. Neville.
Yeah, Neville.
Versus King Barrett and Stardust.
Mm-hmm.
It's a match that I'm not really excited about. I'm a huge wrestling fan.
Yeah.
The one I'm looking forward to is Brock Lesnar versus The Undertaker.
Oh, everybody's looking forward to that one. Even I wouldn't mind watching it because SummerSlam is what, next week?
This Sunday.
Oh, this Sunday.
Yeah.
Oh, I think it was next Sunday.
I'm planning to watch it. Yeah. Having some friends over too.
Yeah, that's gonna be fun. I'm excited. I'm only excited because, of course, I'm a big fan of Stephen Amell, and and plus, I mean, he does. Well, he goes live on Facebook a lot and does those little live streams, which I didn't know you can do on Facebook now.
Yeah.
But he's been doing that a lot, and it's really cool.
Are you sure it's on Facebook? Are you sure it's not like what the fuck is what do you call it? Periscope?
No, it would have said Periscope, but it hasn't said that on mine. It just says Stephen Amell is live on Facebook. It gives you updates and stuff it gives me updates on Facebook. And I'm surprised because I didn't know you can do that, or unless he's doing it through a certain thing like Periscope.
He's probably doing something through something else. Yeah,
because I don't know how to access it with I don't know how to.
I haven't heard of Facebook starting their own streaming service yet.
Yeah,
with the way streaming services go, I'm pretty sure Facebook is trying to look into it. I mean, after all, they bought the Oculus.
Yeah.
So I'm sure they're trying to think of something, but as of now, I only heard of Twitter doing it, and that's with Periscope. And YouTube's starting to bump up their streaming service too, but with gaming, because they're trying to compete with Twitch.
Yeah, I noticed that. Speaking of Twitch, I know you said you wanted to touch on that.
Yeah, I said I didn't really mind touching on it. I mean, I would like to start streaming soon. Well, I actually have started streaming, but I haven't been as consistent as I freaking should, because I don't really have anything reliable to run streaming. Because it doesn't take that much, but with the laptop I have now, it's pretty old, 2009, and it was only supposed to be a notebook, not really anything powerful or gaming heavy, so I can't really do much of anything. But I've been streaming here and there. I finished South Park: The Stick of Truth on stream.
Oh, nice.
Really good game, very solid.
I started it and I haven't finished.
You should play it. It's a short game, but it's a really good game. It was really well built. There was a lot of love. You'll love the references. It references the show a lot, like of course that part. Yeah. And of course, the creators were part of the development team. Mm-hmm. They were all on hand.
Yeah, like 20. They put their all into that.
Yeah.
And the sequel is coming out too, I hear. Like, what is it, next year maybe?
This March.
Yeah,
I think.
Yeah, upcoming March or whatever. I forget what it's called. Something butthole.
Fractured Butthole.
Fractured Butthole. Yeah. That's hilarious. I love their title names.
Now, at first I read it Fractured Butthole, but then I started Fractured, comma, Butthole.
Well, that's what it was. That's what it was. Yeah, I'm excited for that. I mean, I need to finish the first game, obviously. I'm surprised I didn't run into traffic, because I just came from over there and now there's traffic. So I got lucky. Oh, and we're kind of skipping around because I noticed I didn't even mention that I already got the coffee. Because we're actually going to go see, we're on our way right now currently to go see Straight Outta Compton, so this actually kind of fills out the music portion of the CoffeeRun too in a way, because that's one movie, well I know you've seen it already.
Yeah.
But I mean, I've definitely been wanting to see this movie because it's weird, I haven't heard many people talk about it on Facebook except for the memes, of course. But
you probably are friends with crappy people.
Well, no,
Twitter. I'm on Twitter a lot, and everyone's talking about it.
Yeah, Twitter, I can see that happening. Facebook, it's like Facebook, for some reason, people are afraid to talk about it, I guess, because they just don't want to.
Facebook now, I don't know. We almost have the same friends, and they're just going through life. Yeah. Every now and then you'll see a provocative post, like, oh, the Confederate flag, or something like that. Depending on your point of view, you might find it provocative.
Yeah. I don't know.
So, it's real. But other than that, I mean, I widen my scope. I'm on Twitter. I started Periscope, Twitch. I even opened up to Snapchat, and a lot of people talk about it. There's a lot of people that have really loved the movie, and it's rumored that it might be one of the first nominees for an Academy Award.
Oh wow! If it is, then that's gonna be awesome, because I feel like right now this is a movie that America deserves to actually,
because of what's going on right now. I agree.
Especially, I feel like it's a movie that America needs, and
I posted this on Twitter. This is, to me, I felt this movie defines us, because all this had happened during our time. We grew up in music and all, but it's also something that's relevant today.
Yeah.
Like you see what's going on, and we're not going into detail. You see what's going on in the news and what's been happening, and this movie just it reflects that. The scary part is that this happened like what, almost over 2 decades ago.
Yeah.
I mean, the LA riots were back in '91. I was born in '91.
Yeah, I was born in '90, and to think all this it's weird how all this it's only been what, a little over 2 decades, and now like here we are about to see a movie that kind of defined our childhood musically, in a way, or at least my childhood musically, because
not just our childhood, but I believe America as a whole.
Yeah.
Because NWA helped spread the word of what's been happening in Compton, and it was a reflection not just in Compton, but in hoods around America.
Yeah, a lot of hoods around America, and it's so weird because I mean, not a lot of people know this, but I mean, that is what I grew up on too, is like hip hop, and my brother and sister would always used to play.
I loved hip hop when I was little. Of course, when I got older, I started broadening my tastes. I usually compare music to food, because everyone has different tastes, everyone has different likes.
Yeah.
And like food, I'm open to almost anything. So when it comes to music, I'm not prejudiced at all. I mean, if I think it sounds good and if it's alright, then I'll like it.
Yeah.
It can be. Country is the one I at least listen to.
Yeah,
but I do listen to Willie Nelson, Randy Travis, Johnny Cash.
I like Blake Shelton. I'm very picky when it comes to country, because I rarely listen to it. So, and I mean, nobody's ever heard me play a country song on here yet. I will one day, but still. I have a love-hate relationship with country, because I usually compare it to reggaeton, because once you listen to one song, you heard them all. They sound so much alike. Oh yeah. But there are some gems. There are some country legends, country musicians and legends out there that. Sorry about that. It's all good.
there are some country musicians out there who aren't too afraid to do something different.
Yeah.
Like the Dixie Chicks, for example. They didn't totally change it, but what's the word? They've done things differently.
Yeah.
They're now more poppy. And some other names I can't really remember from the top of my head, but you get my point.
Well, in case we do get late, I know there's another showing probably around 5:45 or 6:05.
Okay.
So, you know, I don't mind. I'm seeing this movie. Like, I have to. Because I've already been determined that I'm seeing it today no matter what.
It's a good movie.
Yeah. How long is it? Is it like 2 hours or something?
2.5 hours. Usually how long a movie takes is how long it's going to take.
I figured it kind of would have been shorter since it's like a biopic type of thing.
It gets surprisingly in depth. I'm not trying to spoil. I'm trying so hard not to spoil anything.
No, that's cool. I'm gonna try not to ask any more questions about it because I know. Well, we're gonna see it in less than like 2 hours anyway.
But then again, as I said, the biopic what's there to spoil?
Yeah, because I mean,
you'll be surprised though. You'll be very surprised. It's a good movie.
Yeah, and of course, I mean the Compton soundtrack or Dr. Dre's album. I just like to call it Dr. Dre's new album because that's kind of what it is in a way.
Yeah, I think he called it Compton.
Yeah, it's called Compton, and it's so cool because I think more artists should do that, like a lot more artists, because the only artists to actually do that have been, well, I'll give it to him, Skrillex actually kind of did it, and then
like what do you mean by did it?
When it comes to releasing albums, they don't promote it months ahead. They actually they work on an album in secret, and then they do little things to say, okay, it's gonna come out like next week.
Well, no, they're not the only ones. I mean,
Skrillex, Beyonce, and Dr. Dre did it. I can't think of any other artists yet.
There's actually been some artists. I think Beyonce also did one recently.
Yeah,
Beyonce did
2 years
one
ago.
Recently. Recently.
Oh, yeah. Well, either way, it's like I think more artists should do that because instead of having to promote an album when you know people are just probably gonna buy it for those 2 songs, it's actually cool to just release it right then and there because people will be like, oh shit, I didn't expect this. Let me actually buy the whole thing.
And I think Drake also did one recently as well. He also dropped a surprise album.
Oh yeah, that was the one I heard somebody did it, but I didn't know who it was. But yeah, I think it's a cool little thing that artists should do more of. Like, I mean, a few artists have done it already, but I think if more artists did that, it'd be pretty cool instead of just.
I don't know. I mean, you kind of understand why they try to hype it though, because they're trying to build interest. They're trying to gain revenue before they gain revenue.
Yeah.
If more people knew it was coming out, then people will buy it. But these surprise drops, not a lot of people know that a new album came out, and so in a way you might affect sales.
Yeah.
So
it all depends how.
It really depends how big the artist is.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. It depends your status of on your status of how big you are as an artist too, I guess. Because if you're just someone who's fresh off, who's kind of like a fresh start, it's gonna be kind of harder to do that. Yeah. Because
I have a buddy in the UK. He does a lot of electronic stuff and also met through Twitch.
Nice.
I'm trying to put into words. The way he's going about getting himself noticed is by making a few things here and there. He does promotion. He does promote stuff on Twitter, but he also allows streamers on Twitch to use his music.
Oh, see, that's awesome.
So
that's very generous too, to do that.
Yeah, because it's copyright and all. And if you go to his Twitch profile, he'll even say, if you want to use my music, just ask me permission. I don't mind as long as you credit me. That's it.
That's cool. Does he have his own website for his music too?
I think he's on SoundCloud. I just don't remember what his username is, but I know he is on Twitch.
Yeah.
His name is Ed Harbinger, by the way.
Ed Harbinger?
Ed Harbinger. Ed, no space. And if you were to watch this right now, then you will strangle me or thank me. I don't know. But,
why?
Huh?
He would strangle you?
He's a weird guy.
Oh.
But yeah, go check out Ed Harbinger.
That's cool. I'm gonna have to do that then. But that's cool. I mean, because I have a SoundCloud. I've had one for years, and I have a Mixcloud, and I actually have a Ustream, which I only used once, but I never really used it because Ustream is kind of more like for the celebrities.
Everything else.
Yeah, and it's also for like a lot of celebrities use it more than average Joes.
I like Twitch. I like Twitch as far as the music goes. Mid stream goes more than any other stream. because you get a lot more recognition, and when you go on Twitch and there's like categories and there's games in them, and one of them is music, and if someone clicks on a music stream, people are going to the music streams are going to know they're going into a music stream.
Yeah.
Of course, there's going to be some trolls who come in there, it's like, oh, this ain't gaming content, blah blah blah. But as of late, Twitch has been extremely dedicated to music. It's good.
That's really awesome, because that's why I made my Twitch, because I had help from a friend, Sherry.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's actually helped me create my pro. She helped me set up not mostly everything, but the gist of it.
Yeah.
So I need to actually. I haven't started streaming yet because I kind of want to get a faster.
The best way to learn is to watch other streams.
Yeah.
When I was coming on Twitch, I was following the Twitch Plays Pokemon hype train. I don't know if you remember that. And after that, I just started looking, just watching other streams like Lethal Frag, Man vs. Game, Dan's Gaming, Pro Syndicate, which I'm pretty sure you know from YouTube.
Yeah.
And then I started following other small streamers, like some of these not really small, but not as recognizable. Like Epic Games, Ravenheart 007, Vermomi, I think those guys. And that was the best way that I've learned about Twitch. Just how to talk to people, how to gain recognition, the do's and don'ts, and all that good stuff.
Yeah, that's one thing I need to do, and that's kind of what I plan on doing, is like trying to research and watch videos like other streamers and stuff, and see how they go about it. And then hopefully once I learn from them, I'll probably start streaming myself. But I also have to kind of I want to get a faster internet too, because mine right now isn't cutting it. My AT&T. I want to get Xfinity. I hear that they're really good for internet.
Xfinity is good, but at the same time it's Comcast. So
yeah.
Take out your own risk. I have Xfinity, and I have a love-hate relationship with it.
Yeah, I mean, if I get it, I really only want it just for the internet, because I really love AT&T Uverse for the cable. Like, their service is really good cable-wise, but internet-wise, it's just kind of slow. Well, not slow, but could be better.
Yeah, I understand.
But yeah, as far as Twitch goes, definitely, hopefully I'll be getting active on that.
Like I said, the guy I recommend for you is to watch. His name is FutureMan Gaming. I think I told you this already, but he's a variety caster, which means he plays all different kinds of games. Like, you'll see different kinds of streamers. Like, there's variety casters, and there's professionals, and then there's the ones that play only one game. He plays all different kinds of games, and like once a month he does his music stream. It's really cool. He'll invite guest DJs to come do some electronic music with them, and you'll see like a cool background as they do it.
Oh man, that's so cool.
And he's a partner streamer, which means he's paid to do what he does. He's a full-time streamer.
Wow.
And all that good stuff.
That's pretty neat.
So I recommend him.
Yeah, I'm gonna definitely. What's his name again?
FutureMan Gaming.
FutureMan Gaming. Yeah, you'll have to send me that, or send me a link
Again.
Yeah, just that way I'll know, because a lot of people send me stuff and I just don't have time. Well, I don't have time to check it. It's just like I get it mixed up or I lose it in the feed.
I've been on Twitch for a while.
I exit it back there. Oh well, I'll have to exit here. I always forget the damn exit for but yeah, at least we're like close. But yeah, that's cool though.
Yeah, I've been on Twitch for a while. I love it, and I absolutely love it. Right now, I'm taking sort of a break because of personal issues.
Yeah.
But Twitch it's an awesome website.
Yeah.
And it's sort of something to get involved in.
Yeah, I mean, well, a lot of people. Well, I don't know if people know, but the reason why I do these coffee runs too is also just to kind of, it's good for talk therapy for me, because it's good to catch up with those that I haven't talked to in a while, or those that I keep in contact with regularly and everything in between. So I mean, that's good. I mean, well, I do want to get active on Twitch, and also because finally now I got my long-awaited mixer that I've been wanting for years, and I finally got it. So I've been wanting to, little things are finally starting to come together for the studio I'm trying to build in my guest room that we have, and I have the MIDI keyboard now, which is the Accent Mirror 25, and then the mixer, and then I'm trying to work on buying like a monitor or two, so I can have it pretty much set up. Because I pretty much got everything I need now. So like as far as DJing goes, if I wanted to actually play a gig, I have everything I need now. I have the laptop, the mixer, you know, and the mixing software, everything. So yeah. I'm excited to.
Ooh.
I hate it when people do that. They make it seem like they're gonna hit you. I don't know, but
yeah, I know.
But yeah, anyway, so yeah, I have everything ready to go. I just, you know, need to start. I mean, the mixer for the most part I can use. I just need to practice with it to make sure I can, you know, mix stuff better. And as far as my mixes go on SoundCloud, like future mixes that I'm coming out with, the next one that's coming out is going to be the last one I've ever done on a laptop. I mean, because I don't know if people know, but I know how to DJ on a laptop. It's very hard. It's annoying at times because you got to be very precise, but if I can do it on a laptop, then I can sure as hell do it on a mixer. It's really easy on it. Like now that I have the mixer, I was like, man, this is so much easier. Like my hands are finally free to, you know, roam the board and, you know, do as I please instead of having to point, click, drag, doing this and all that. It's like it's a hassle, but yeah. So I'm excited for that. And there's a bar that I go to sometimes called Neil's Bar. Yeah. Which I love. It's over there. Oh, well, have you been to it? Well,
I don't go to bars.
Oh yeah, it's the only bar that I'll ever make like a chill spot for me because it's nothing but it's all it is. It's dedicated to video games. Like you walk in, they have nothing but like nerd memorabilia everywhere. They have.
It here in Houston?
Yes, it's here in Houston. Right, it's downtown.
I didn't think Houston had one.
Yeah.
I heard these bars, but I didn't think Houston had one.
Yeah, it's awesome. It's pretty much specifically a bar for nerds, and it's so cool because they have a table where people can play Cards Against Humanity. They have, you know, freaking people play Smash Brothers Melee there on the GameCube. They have the GameCube, Xbox, Super Nintendo.
I love Cards Against Humanity because I'm a smart ass.
Yeah, I love Cards Against. It's funny.
I'm a natural smart ass guy from my mom, and I just love that game so much.
Yeah, I do
It
too.
really brings out my dark side.
I know I've already came up with some really messed up answers that people hate me for, but it's so cool. I just love that. And then the expansion packs are always like the 90s one.
Yeah.
Oh man, that one's so bad with Kurt Cobain's. Well, I'm not even gonna say it, but everybody already knows if they play it.
I already know about the card.
But anyway, I guess since we're already getting close to pulling up to the theater, I mean, well, I guess we'll have to cut this short. But is there anything you want to say to your fans, friends, or foes?
I don't have fans, friends, or foes. I'm just me.
That's good. That's a unique answer because I ask everybody that. People are usually like, hey, well so
I'm not everybody.
I know.
I'm unique. I'm special. I'm different.
But yeah, well, at least we finally got to have this CoffeeRun without the fear of losing them.
Without that fucking up.
Yeah, and this is a good. I mean, I'm glad I got a new camera too because the other one just messed up from heat and I guess exhaustion of CoffeeRuns and whatnot. So this is a brand new camera.
Well, good to know. Good thing winter's coming up then.
Yes, I know.
Or the fall.
Yeah.
You know when it's coming up. Fall's first. I'm looking forward to winter.
Yeah, winter's always been my favorite season of the year, just because I love winter, and I love having an excuse to put on a sweater or a jacket because I love wearing jackets. But anyway, well, aside from that, I look forward to your future streams on Twitch. I'll try to make sure. Just let me know when you start streaming. That way I can actually tune in and stuff.
I usually go on Twitter and let people know when I'm streaming.
Mm-hmm.
And my Twitter is connected to my Facebook, so you'll see on Facebook too.
Nice.
Nice bump.
Yeah, I know. Very nice bump. I'm not going that way. That's like a big ass.
And it's not even hump day.
All right. It's bump day. Let's see.
Nice putt.
Mm-hmm. See, finally, somebody likes my pun. It's hard for me, like my friends.
I'm a pun enthusiast, okay?
I know, thank God, because I'm glad I'm punny enough to someone because, like, my puns don't ring well with a lot of people.
You don't resonate with the lesser people.
Yeah, like my friend, his mom said that she doesn't make him and his brother like some sort of food anymore because they don't like feta cheese, and I told her, I was like, why did they get fed up with it? And he goes, oh my God, dude. And I'm like, what? Come on, that was gold right there. You can't tell me that was not a good pun. But it's just funny. I love puns. Well, anyway, I guess
You guys they got fed up?
Yeah, they did. He got fed up with it. But until next time, thanks for joining me, good sir, again. And we'll see you. We're going to see Straight Out of Compton.